I think that if Hillary Clinton were to face a female nominee, there are a whole set of things that she won't be able to talk about. She won't be able to talk about being the first woman president. She won't be able to talk about a war on women without being challenged. She won't be able to play the gender card. And so what she will have to run on is her track record, her accomplishments, her candor and trustworthiness, and her policies.
And welcome back to the Steve Malzberg Show. I'm Rick Unger, filling in for Steve Malzberg, who's out today, and joined now by Newsmax analyst, National Review Foreign Affairs columnist, author of Obama's Enforcer, Eric Holder's Justice Department. Of course, I'm talking about none other than the great John Fund. John,
Thanks,
welcome.
Rick. Thank you.
You know what I didn't add? And my date to the Nerd Prom this weekend, that of course being the Washington Correspondents' Dinner.
Opposites attract.
See, we're gonna, you're bringing the corsage, right?
Of course.
Okay, I had to know that. So listen, you wrote a column this week over in National Review suggesting that the Hillary folks are a little bit worried about Carly Fiorina, who we just saw kind of going after Secretary Clinton.
I don't think Hillary Clinton's campaign believes they're going to be running against Carly Fiorina. I do believe that she can take some effective shots at her, and they'll be more effective than if they came from any of the male candidates.
Right. Didn't you get the feeling watching the piece we just watched that she's kind of running for vice president? I mean, typically in a campaign, it's the vice presidential candidate who plays the role of pit bull. And I heard her, Carly, doing a lot of pit bulling.
She obviously gets those questions, and she has a great response. She says, well, I'll answer that question after you've asked all of my male competitors the same question.
Yeah, but there's one thing she does have to answer. We all know her record at Hewlett-Packard. We all know her, which you'll agree wasn't a very good one. It didn't turn out very well.
I would say, well, she was fired by a board that ultimately turned out to be a den of thieves and thugs and spies.
That's true.
And there was a spying scandal. So, you know, trying to separate the good guys from the from the bad gals.
That's fair. You can attack the character of the board, and rightfully so.
Look, it was a technology recession. Hewlett-Packard had real problems, but so did every other technology company.
So that's defensible, but it does not add to her column of success.
Sure.
She ran for the Senate in California. She lost. She was running, was it California or a wider swath of the country for John McCain at one point? She was kind of the campaign
She was
director.
one of the surrogates.
Yeah. And she got kind of let go from that. What puts her in a position to be attacking Hillary Clinton's credentials, and I know many do, when she doesn't look any better?
Look, she did become the head of a Fortune 20 company, the first one in American history. She also headed a division of Lucent Technology. She has been involved in many important charities around the world. In fact, she's probably, in her own small way in Africa, getting laptops to children, done more than the Clinton Foundation has.
Well,
so,
okay.
I mean, in her narrow niches, she's done a lot in life. She hasn't had the titles that Hillary Clinton had, but she's led a life of accomplishment.
It's absolutely fair to give her credit for some charitable work. You're right about that. But then again, you also have to give the Clintons credit for charitable work.
I think, yes, with a heavy overhead, yes, at a big markup. Yeah, sure.
But hitting a lot more people. All right, let me switch gears on you. You wrote another column. You've been busy this week. Another column really talking about the Clinton machine and how that is going to play either to the plus or to the minus for Hillary Clinton. What's your take on all that?
Well, the Clinton machine is incredibly effective. I'll give you as evidence the fact that there are no national stature Democrats running against her so far in the primaries.
Right.
I think the Clinton machine has a fearsome reputation, and I've led to believe that people like Elizabeth Warren said, I have a great time in the Senate. I'm in the leadership in the Senate now. Do I really want to have tire tracks all over me from the Clinton machine if I run for president?
But now, I can actually see the point, and I think you did make the point in the article. The problem today, there was a time in politics where a politician could have a brilliant machine, and the voting public wasn't really aware of that. It's just not part of what they saw.
Good point.
Today, the curtain is pulled so far back that I think the average American out there does understand the Clinton machine, and I think it does bother them a bit.
Well, it would really bother them if you could get rid of the curtain completely and you'd see what really happens behind the scenes. And I'm not saying Republicans don't do this behavior as well, but the Clinton machine can get pretty ugly. In the 1990s, they had a secret police of private detectives investigating everyone who was involved with Bill, all of their political opponents. It's a rough crowd. And I think that it's the same thing that makes Hillary Clinton a very powerful candidate, makes her a vulnerable candidate, because she looks like a pure political animal rather than someone who you can relate to as a real human being.
So, John Fun, we're going to have to carry this on at dinner. Sure. We're out of time, which I hate because I love talking to you.
See you Saturday.
I'll see you Saturday. Dress nicely. Coming up next, America's Rabbi joins the program as Rabbi Shmuley Botek will be here to talk Israel. I'm Rick Unger, filling in for Steve. Don't go away. We're coming right back.